What's cooking good looking? Welcome back to another episode of the Anime Society of Bradford podcast, or ASB for short. My name's Janzen.
What's up, guys? My name's Furkan.
And I'm Sabrina, and I'm cringing right now.
Coming to you with episode lucky number 7. Lucky number 7.
Number 7.
Is it 7?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
7. We always have a problem with the episode number.
Alright, from now on, I'll keep a mental. Actually, no, that's a bad idea. We'll try. We'll try to.
7. I'm pretty sure
It is
it's 7.
Yeah,
Okay.
Should be 7.
I think.
Let's not say the number anymore, so we don't get confused.
Nah, you guys see, it's a commitment.
Nah,
at this
yeah,
point.
we
It's a
gotta
commitment
say
at this
that.
point.
I
Can't
think
say
we
it.
Okay,
gotta say
okay.
the number. That was a sick intro. Nicely done, Jansen.
Appreciate
My
it.
days.
What was it?
What's cooking good looking?
What's cooking good luck?
It popped in my head last night when I was going to sleep. I was like, what's cooking good looking? I was like, yeah, I'll use that.
Respect.
That sounds
wow.
like a dad joke or something.
Dude, I
Jimmy,
love
what's
dad
cooking?
jokes. I'm a huge fan.
Same.
My friends make fun of me for them, but I love them. They're just so funny.
Cringy the bear.
Exactly, yeah. All right, today's topic.
Today's
Yeah.
topic is the worst anime we've seen.
Yes.
Doesn't mean
Ooh.
it is a bad anime, but it is for us.
It could be worse for different reasons, that's
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's all opinion based.
Yeah, it
anyway.
depends.
That's
Story
everything.
wise,
Personal,
animation wise,
yeah,
or personal.
personal,
literally.
despise for some
Yeah.
animes.
Right.
Something like that.
So who wants to start? Right now, I literally came up with a topic, but right now I don't have any anime in mind.
Yeah, this is the first time
I'm
we're
the-
proper winging an episode today.
Yeah, I probably should have more research into.
I feel like
I thought about it yesterday. I thought about saying it to you guys, but I was like, but
Or
we
just
want the
surprises.
freshness. We want the freshness.
I mean, I
Really?
can't really think of anything other than
I think.
Komi-san, which was
Oh,
mentioned
damn,
before.
okay. We can start with that. Just
No, that cannot be the worst
can
one
use it
you've
as
Not the
example.
seen.
worst.
use
But
an
it's
example though, like
It's like one of the bad ones,
That you
for sure. Just
In-
because I was
literally
bored. I was just bored.
Just
I'm
for
That's-
being
bored.
bored.
That's like the
That's-
most
I don't know,
the defining thing.
Because I've
for
seen
me.
a lot of bored anime shows. That's why I feel like boring isn't worse.
because I
for
feel like
me,
I drop
'cause
them if they're already
yeah.
boring though. I don't make it.
Yeah.
that
Dude, I
way.
force myself because I want to complete
Okay,
it
I
on
get
my
Something-
anime
I
list.
get that. I
So I'll
get that.
force myself. I was
no.
literally skipping through scenes
I
on
do
like
that, I do
Komi-san.
that.
I feel
I
like
never do that
it
with
should be
anime.
something that you're like, first episode, you're like, fuck this shit. No, I cannot watch it anymore.
That's the problem. You're not
okay,
gonna
I-
remember them. Though.
Yeah, exactly,
I
I
haven't-
don't-
like all the anime, I'll like force myself to watch. Unless
That's
there was
true.
one like that actually. I tried picking up Ruby.
Oh no,
Ah,
I get
Ruby.
it,
I
get it.
couldn't get into the art style.
Uh,
Like it
mhm.
just. But apparently it's pretty good. Apparently.
You
like,
mean the new one? The anime?
The old, you know, the one by
There's-
like Rooster Teeth or something
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. Is
Yeah.
that an anime?
So is
It's like 3D, right?
Yeah.
yeah,
I
it's
don't know.
Technically anime. It was
But
made
I
for
think-
anime, but then
Yeah. Like back in the day, I tried watching that. Like this was years ago.
Mm.
So and I remember I just like dropped it, like just
Yeah.
immediately.
I don't
yeah.
know. I saw like, because before making a show, they came out with like music clips, kind of.
right.
Didn't they?
But there was only one song, no talking at all, and like
Oh,
action
okay.
scene.
Okay.
And I loved those ones. So I was like, oh, this looks good. Then I heard them talking, and I was like, no, no.
Well, the voice, I can't remember anything.
It
to
was
be
in
honest,
English because it's an English established
true.
company.
Right.
And I was like, Ruby sounded literally squeaking.
Oh, okay.
Hello, everybody!
Oh, God.
And I was like, no. And the story itself, sometimes it was more comedy than what it looked like. So it looked very
right.
serious. And then there's this comedy moments, and I was thrown off by it.
I see. So you've seen it? You've seen Ruby?
I still watched it like first season or something.
Oh really?
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
Respect.
Okay.
Damn. Okay.
Because I was like, this is a big thing. For once, I was like, okay, it's a big
yeah,
thing.
it's
Let's watch it.
massive.
Yeah.
It's massive.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was pretty big at the time. I don't know how
Yeah.
big it is now, but
I don't think it's big
normal
anymore.
on
It's
the list,
still
isn't it?
No, no.
continuing.
It's
I know
probably
it's
like
continuing.
hardcore
Still
fans, isn't
continuing.
It
Yeah.
has
Really?
like 7 seasons or something.
Eh?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Oh my god.
That's why I was like, it has 7 seasons, means it's good.
right.
Let's try and watch it.
I don't know.
'Cause it gets a lot of anime figures. I know that. For some
It's got
Yeah,
games
yeah.
as well. Maybe that's like one of the reasons. It does have games
Oh,
made for it.
Yeah,
That's game?
Yeah,
maybe,
it has
No.
games made for it. Yeah.
maybe that's
That's
the
the way I
reason then.
first heard. I didn't even know it was a show first, and I realized it was made by Rooster Teeth. So.
Oh,
Mm.
okay. I
Yeah.
see. I see.
But yeah, I don't consider that an anime. It's an anime now because an anime company took it.
How come you don't consider it? Because
'Cause
it was
it's-
made by Rooster Teeth.
Because it's made by an English company
Oh,
and
this
it's
is the-
first dubbed in English.
This is the
Yeah.
Avatar argument.
Yeah.
Is Avatar
I
Last
mean,
Airbender
that was
anime?
like animated by like Korean studios. Avatar
What?
Last Airbender. I guess it was like I think
Hmm.
produced by people in America, like Nintendo.
I don't know, because
but not
anime.
Nintendo,
If let's search
Nickelodeon.
anime definition,
Anime definition.
because I feel like it's something. I don't know.
I mean, the official definition
Yeah,
is
I
Japanese
still
cartoon,
Japanese
right?
film
It
and
is,
television
yeah.
animation.
But I feel like Avatar leans a bit more towards anime than a normal American cartoon.
Look,
Yeah.
in Japan and in Japanese, anime describes all animated works regardless of style or origin.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
I guess that's just like word for cartoon.
True,
I
because
don't-
Because we
then
differentiate.
they'll call anything animation. there over there.
Exactly, yeah.
But then you
that's-
won't think something like SpongeBob is an anime.
Yeah.
No.
To them, they'd consider. Yeah, that's
We
yeah,
can-
that's.
That's
That's-
what I mean.
I consider like Avatar and Avatar and animation.
But an anime, do you consider an anime?
No.
I lean towards it could be. You know,
I think because it has this.
I don't know.
I guess it depends on your definition of anime. If you're specifically from Japan, okay, it's
Yeah,
not
it's
an anime.
I don't.
But-
I feel like while watching it, you notice it's not an anime.
the thing is,
No,
everyone,
if you base it on style just by itself, I think you would consider
there are
an
anime
anime.
that
I
look
don't know.
similar to it that might also not look like it's an anime, but it is.
Yeah.
Because I know a lot of people who watch anime and tell me to watch this because they think it's like a kind of like an anime.
Yeah. I mean, what if what if in Japan they made SpongeBob? Like, exact same style as SpongeBob. Like they call it something else, I don't know. SpongeBob or
Technically an
something
anime.
like that. You would consider that an anime, right?
It's technically an
Just because
anime.
it's made
There's
in
like-
Japan. Like I
like-
think
Yeah, but they do it better.
I'm trying to find something similar to SpongeBob. I don't know. Hamtaro? Hamtaro is
They've
an
got-
anime.
They've got like Doraemon maybe. Or something like that.
Doraemon. And
Oh,
that's
I
an
know
anime.
that Doraemon, but that sorry, what were we talking about?
Avatar.
Worst anime.
Avatar.
anime.
Oh shit! Yeah, that was the topic.
No, yeah, we shouldn't be on Avatar The Last Airbender if we're talking.
I'm
about
not
worst
saying
anime.
Avatar is bad. I'm just saying I don't
Yeah.
think it's an anime in my mind. But
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. It depends on your definition.
it's
of
good.
anime.
It's very
It's got a
good. I
story-
love
It's
anime.
got a good
Yeah,
story.
It's
yeah,
good.
yeah.
Behind
It's
the
one of
kids
the
show.
best.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah.
It's one of the best animated TV shows. in my
People
Made.
won't realize it because they think it's a kid show. Like, I
Yeah.
mean, it is,
Yeah.
but it's like not. It's kind of like.
Yeah.
I remember
weird.
being like 10 and seeing the last episode of the Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Oh damn! Really?
And it was like, you know, where he takes the power out of the...
Yeah.
And I was like,
Damn.
what is he doing?
Yeah,
I was so confused.
That would be incredibly confusing if you're just tuning in for
Yeah.
the first time. but-
No, I've already seen like a
Oh,
lot
you
of
knew.
like clips and everything. I knew kind of what's happening, but I was still like, whoa, Ang is getting badass.
Right. We should have put a spoiler warning. Yeah.
really
In
bad.
case
Yeah,
anyone's
yeah.
seen it.
Ah,
She's really
cool.
bad with that. I'm saying she'll
No,
whip out
I
the
was-
spoilers just to whip it out. Like,
I mean, if it's
I'm
something that old,
sorry.
if it's something that old, I can understand. It's like
I'm not talking anymore. This is a podcast. I'm not talking.
no. It's fine.
I don't know. Some people might not be fine with it.
Uh.
They've just been spoiled just then. Oh,
I mean,
Sabrina, you ruined it for me.
I think with old
I will
stuff that's
put-
fine.
Shall I put a warning?
You should put an apology
No,
video
no,
now.
no.
Before you get
I was
cancelled.
just making a joke.
Apology
Yes,
video.
Oh,
Yeah, you're gonna get cancelled. You need to apologize to all the viewers. Spoiling them.
Before the show starts. I'm sorry for the spoiler.
All the Japanese viewers watching us, well, you gotta apologize.
Gomenasai.
Sorry.
Gomenasai.
All right, anime that's the worst. I can't think.
I mean, there's a few ways to differentiate. There are like shows that you might watch that are like actually bad, but you still watch.
Yeah.
like,
Let's see. Let me see.
I've got some like I definitely have some
Let's
shows that
see.
I watched.
Oh,
that
that's
are,
a
like,
good
shit.
idea on like my
Let's
anime
see.
list.
Yeah, I've got my anime
Yeah.
list. I've got some
We're
that's
all
like at the
taking
bottom.
our phones, but we have a computer. But okay.
No, because I'm checking
It's
my like
'cause
list.
you gotta check your like.
I'm checking my
specific
actual
list.
list, you know.
And
I
they
don't have a
blocked
list.
my anime list on the flipping uni.
Yeah, I know, they've
computers,
ruined it. Who
uni
do you think
network.
they
I
are?
don't know why.
Ruining our podcast.
Ruining it.
No, because
Stop
I've
ruining
got
it.
mine rated,
Ooh.
so I could look at the bottom.
Yeah, like sort by score. And
There's
then-
also anime that I thought was shit, but then also okay, right. I've got one to talk about now. That's 10 on my list, but it's not a 10.
Oh, go on.
What?
So-
Go for it.
It's this trashy anime that's from 2007,
Yeah.
and it's an anime called School Days.
School days.
Oh, school
Yeah.
days! Oh my god, that
so
one was
this is
that
a,
one
this
was
is a,
scary.
this one. All right. This back in the day, right? You gotta know some backstory for this. So back in the day, this was an anime where everyone considered this either a 10 or a 2. No in between.
Oh, really?
It was one of them.
the one
So
with
that's
the-
why I ended up
okay.
watching this anime.
It was
And I
very
get it.
famous one.
I think I've heard of it, School
So
Days. That sounds familiar.
The premise, without spoilers, basically, is it starts off as like a very boring first episode. It's kind of like a childhood like romance. You know, he's got like a crush on a
Right.
girl, and then he's made a friend at this new school. This girl helps him get to his crush,
Right,
All
okay, okay.
and then afterwards, obviously, this friend then gets also feelings, and it's kind of like a weird thing.
Right,
But
like a love triangle.
but it gets
Spoiler.
fucked up. This is
What?
like semi-spoilers, but I'm not going to spoil the plot.
I mean, it's
No,
It
no,
gets
no, no,
very
no, no,
much
no, no.
fucked up.
This
Oh,
turns
okay.
from
It's
a
bad.
innocent,
Oh,
love triangle
okay.
to this guy fucks. Who is this guy?
Wait,
This
what?
guy goes around
Yeah,
with just
exactly.
madness. Like,
What?
This is what I mean. So basically, the reason why
what?
this anime is rated a 10 or a 2, from what I believe and what I know, is the ending basically makes it satisfying.
Right.
But
What?
so
Have you seen the
right,
same
no,
ending?
listen. Right, okay, spoilers, but it's not like a bad spot. It's like a weird.
Yeah,
basically,
no, go for it,
because of the absolute madness this guy does, he ends up getting killed at the end.
What?
And because of this,
Mm-hmm.
people think it's an amazing ending because of all the bad shit that he's done.
Wait, what? I thought when you said he Fs, I thought he just goes around having sex with like
Yeah,
a bunch
but
of
he
Yeah,
does
yeah,
but-
madness. Like,
But
he doesn't-
because like people fall in love with him, they go in yandere mode.
no, but it's
Oh.
and it's like it's not just him. Fuck it, like
Is he
does
not
it.
loyal, or is it like I don't?
No,
is he like
so
cheating or something?
So he
I'm
stands out so
confused.
innocent,
I
and
don't
then he
remember.
switches between like these girls.
Yeah.
And like
Oh,
these
okay.
girls like have like proper like mental breakdowns type
Oh
shit. So he
crap!
gets proper
okay,
fucked up.
okay.
And because of this,
see.
the show for like the first 11 episodes, people think are like terrible, but because of the ending, they're like, oh, it's an anime like
Oh,
masterpiece.
Yeah.
what? Just because
But
of the
then,
ending.
but then the two people are like, no, the show's just shit in general. Like the
Right.
ending doesn't do
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah, it literally started like, what a cute show, romance, and then he's
right.
yeah.
Oh, for me, it was the opposite.
I
was
just
like,
remembered this scene. Spoiler. Can I say it? Can I? You're
yeah,
not going to
I
watch
mean,
it, right?
spoil
I would
it,
watch it
uh,
though anyway. You don't mind about spoiling. It's
Yeah,
fun.
I don't
Mine is a
mind
very
this.
big spoiler.
Yeah, go
For
for it.
stuff like this, I don't mind.
So
I guess it's
I
for
don't
viewers.
remember a
Um,
girl kills him,
Yeah.
and
Right.
to like revenge to the other girl, decapit. Oh no! Oh, cause she's so fucked up now in the mind, decapitates him
Yeah.
and puts his head in somewhere in her room and always stares
Yeah,
at his head. It's
Oh, there's
it
another
sounds
thing
like
about
a
this.
Interesting.
So
one
it's
for sure.
based off a visual novel game. And
yeah.
the
School
thing
Days in
is-
this list is the second one.
Yeah.
Ah.
So it's a visual game. It's a based off a visual game, and there's multiple endings. So that's why the
Oh.
anime changed. So the ending they
Right.
picked was to kill him, but there are other endings like the harem ending where he fucks them all.
Oh,
Or another
okay.
one where he gets
Yeah.
killed by a bunch of them, like stabbed and shit like that.
I see.
But the
So like
thing-
a bunch of girls hate him because he plays around and like
Yeah,
they.
but it's more like fucked, like it was psychological, like mind. It's
Right,
actually like
right.
the thing is, I watched it and I was really bored for the first few episodes. But
Oh, that would
I
kill it
like
for me.
pushed through because I was like, I heard it's a 10 or a 2 anime. I've got to watch this.
Right. Yeah,
And then
yeah.
as soon as I got to the twist, I was like, oh shit, shit's going down. Like,
Wait, so do you think it's? Did you hate it? Or
see,
did
I
you...
don't agree with people who say it's because of the masterpiece ending where you kill the guy who's a dickhead. I just think it's a
Yeah.
10 out of 10 because it's like, yo, this is such.
Oh, you
trash,
think
but
it's
jokes.
good?
I
Oh,
think
but,
it's.
like,
I
it's
it's
started.
one of the
It
controversial
started. It
ones.
started
Right,
good,
right.
but I don't like how it ended.
But the thing is, it was for me. It was more just of a. Yo, this was just a funny watch. Like it was just funny
Right.
watching him do like all these.
I
dickhead
think
things.
I watched 2 episodes and I was like, okay, I got already spoilers from someone else. I remember, and I was like,
Oh.
okay, I'm done. I will probably. I won't.
I'll tell you, the spoilers don't ruin it. It's still funny.
Right.
It's funny to watch. It's a funny watch.
I mean, it sounds interesting.
Realistically, it's like a
Yes.
4 out of 10 anime, but personally,
Yeah.
10 out of 10 for me.
So- A list I've seen said the first one of the worst one is Sword Art Online.
Oh, that's a good one to
Wait,
talk about.
Sword Art
No, the
Online?
SEO is
Yeah,
a good
I
thing
had
to
a
talk
list
about.
Wait,
and it
which
said
Sword
like
Art Online?
SEO in general.
in general.
Nah, I disagree.
No, no,
Worst
no, wait,
out
wait.
of all
I'm
the
not
anime
saying.
that
I'm not
exists.
saying.
I understand
why,
I,
though.
I'm
I
saying from
understand
the
why
list.
they
It's
say
like
that.
on it was like the top 10 worst anime, and it was on 9.
I just realized we have never talked about SEO. We need to talk about SEO actually.
Yes.
SEO is an important anime to talk
Dude,
about.
SEO got me into anime.
That's the thing,
Really?
right? Most people who watch SEO originally would think it's like a 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10. But then if you've watched anime for a while and you go back and see it, you're like, yeah, the first season especially is pretty ass.
No, yeah.
Because
that's valid.
It's mostly because for a show that's called SAO, it's only the first 12 episodes, which is SAO. Everything afterwards, nothing to do with SAO.
I mean, no,
I don't think I've ever seen it. I've seen
Really?
clips. I've seen clips.
Dude, it's a
Yes.
classic.
It is
It is a
Because when it
classic,
came
yeah.
out, I was already into anime, and I was like, yeah, this doesn't look like a great show.
Bro, if you've
This
watched
is
Isekai,
good.
how have you watched Isekai but
Yeah,
you've never
that's
watched
like the-
SAO?
that's like the-
What is this?
Because
Founding father.
because then like it was already 3rd season, and it came out, and I was like,
Oh,
I don't
that's
have
one
the
of the best.
energy to
I heard
see
it
all
gets
3
better.
seasons.
Right. Oh, you know what?
I-
How far did you get?
I literally initially when I watched Sword Art Online, I watched the first 2 seasons.
Yeah,
I
everyone
think
does
that's
that.
all that was out.
Yeah, for like a lot of years.
And then I heard season 3, season 4, I think there's season 5. now or
Yeah, so
something like
I'll
that.
talk about
And there's a
I-
film coming out, right?
So there's already
Oh.
been
With
one that
Asuna.
came
The
out.
new
another
one, apparently the new one's sick.
Right,
like
I've got
the-
about to talk.
Wait,
I'm up
To
to
be
let
honest-
me finish.
Tell
let
me
fi-
what you.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I rewatched it about a year ago. Now up to
Mm.
season 2, in preparation to watch like season 3.
Yeah.
I didn't carry on for some reason. I
Yeah.
got a bit, but like
Yeah.
it's not bad. It's not the worst anime,
Well,
but like
I
No, no,
understand
no,
why
yeah.
people
It's like
hate
a
on it a lot.
5 or a
There's
6.
lot. Yeah, that's
To be
what
honest,
yeah.
I've not seen the show, but I wanted to
Mm.
know everything that happened with Asuna. So
I mean. Oh,
with
yeah,
the second,
Azuna's
you
the
know,
best.
you know about
With-
that.
with the second
yeah.
season,
Infamous.
I was like, I don't care about anything else. I wanted to see only Asuna's clips.
Right. Yeah.
So I know about that.
The infamous
so that's why.
scene, the better.
Yeah. listen,
Overrated scene. It wasn't even that bad. You
Yeah,
didn't do
in
anything.
comparison to
In
like.
comparison, let's say
no.
like Goblin Slayer or something.
Oh yeah, my god.
Goblin
Common
Slayer
Slayer.
wasn't even that bad as
No,
well.
I'm talking
No,
about
no,
the
first
scene,
episode.
The scene.
I
Everyone
was
described it as like
shocked.
the worst thing ever. I thought
I
It was
was
pretty graphic
shocked.
for what it was,
Yeah,
though.
yeah, exactly.
Not
was
as
it
graphic.
that graphic?
There's worse ones. I've seen some where they've
I
actually
had to
shown it on
stop.
screen. and
Yeah, that's
stuff
what I
like
thought.
I had to
that's what
stop because
thought.
I was so shocked.
I had to
Really?
stop
I
because
didn't
I was laughing
expect
my head
it.
off. I was like, what's going on? This is what is this
Yeah.
first episode?
I mean, I was like, damn, but like, I thought it was gonna be worse than because everyone was describing it. I was like, oh
Yeah,
my days, it's like
see,
the worst scene.
I
in
think
all
because
of
only
anime.
the first episode came out and it ended like that, and everyone's was going like,
right.
yeah.
I guess yeah. From
Then
that point
if you
of
can
view.
continue it, it's not that bad after.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
it's one of the best. In my opinion, it's one of the best anime.
Yeah.
I love Goblin Slayer.
Yeah, same.
So good.
But back to
Yeah, back to
have,
Sword
have
Art
you seen the
Online.
film? Sorry.
Oh,
I've heard the
sorry,
film was
sorry.
shit. Like a lot of people,
I
it
haven't
wasn't well
seen the
received.
film.
I haven't
Yeah.
seen the
I
film.
heard it.
I
That's
know
why
there's
it
a
got
second
slowed
season
down.
coming out.
Yeah, there is now,
Oh.
but because of the movie did pretty bad, so that's kind of why they took like a break from
Yeah.
Goblin Slayer.
Oh, that's
didn't perform well,
unfortunate.
yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Oh.
Like my old self, I'm shipping, and I want him to be with the blonde girl.
Oh, the
Uh,
priest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's not really.
It's
Wait, the
cute.
priest is like 15 though, I think.
Yeah,
Like,
but
she's
Is
very-
she?
I think
age
she's
does not
really young.
exist in anime.
Dude,
right?
Damn it.
It's just the number. You can't put a number on them. Honestly,
I guess with anime, like it's
Yeah,
quite,
true.
it's quite a blur.
How
but
old is he? Is the question.
we don't know. Bro,
No
he's just-
idea. Yeah. So I guess
He's
if
like in
he's-
his
Faceless.
at least 20, something like that, but you know.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know.
To be
yeah, I
honest,
don't
when
know.
he showed the face, the back looked
yeah, that was so hard,
attractive.
though.
That would
was so
look
hard.
attractive.
I mean,
That
everyone
looked
was like,
attractive.
"Wow, oh my days."
I want to see his face now.
That's the driving force.
Oh, shit.
But yeah,
but
back
Sword
to
Art
Sword
Online,
Art
yeah.
Online,
So, quick overview. Firstly, why it's bad. Like as you said, realistically, you go back and watch it. It is like a kind of like a
Yeah.
5, 6,
Yeah.
7 at a push. Like you know. What I mean?
Yeah.
I
I'll
rate a
push.
7 because of nostalgic value.
Mm.
It's like a.
Like the first half, I think is really
The
good.
first half
of
is-
season 1, I think it's really good.
That's the problem though. It ends just like
yeah.
first half. Like they do a lot of time skipping. But the
Yeah.
thing is, in the novels, it's the same thing.
Oh really?
So there's like I think 30 novels of the SEO franchise. The first 2 novels is SEO. That's it. So that's why there's not a lot.
okay.
There's literally, and because of
Right.
that, you know the movies.
Yeah.
So the movies is called SEO.
Abridged? No,
Abridged.
that's
The
that's
one
that's
with the
that's
music.
thing,
I can't remember
The one
what
with
it's
the
called
music.
now. Alternization, I think.
yeah.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
So they were based off a spin-off series, which was basically a what do you call like a reboot kind of
Yeah.
the
It's like a
first-
retelling kind
Yeah,
of like
basically the first season SEO but properly told. So they actually go through the story like, in full.
Isn't
think
it
it's
the
from
one
Asuna's
spoiler
perspective.
where Asuna
No.
loses memories?
I don't know. Okay, right. So
Alright,
I'll
no spoiler.
Right,
Wait,
you,
I said
If I-
No,
spoiler.
you have to let us. You
No,
have
no.
to let. This is what I mean. You just say the spoilers without giving us a chance to.
Wait,
Like,
You guys have watched SAO. I thought you knew.
no, because
no,
your
I've-
spoilers are full of shit. I
I've
don't know
seen
what you.
season 2. I've seen season 1 and 2.
From a
Ah,
I
okay,
haven't seen the
sorry.
new stuff.
from a
Okay,
person
sorry.
who looks up
Please.
stuff and
Sorry.
watches clips, I can't trust what comes out your
Yeah,
mouth,
that's
right?
true.
So you can't just whip out spoilers.
Okay, I'm not talking anymore.
I don't know if that's true, but basically the movie.
You haven't seen the movie.
I've seen the movie. So there's one that's came out and then another one coming out.
I've heard it's really good.
So it's
No.
really good, and the thing about the movie is it's based off a spin-off of a light novel which retells the whole of SEO, which is up to like, and it's each floor that they do. So they're doing like, just kind of, so they're like on 8 or something like that. I don't know. He's like slow with it.
Oh, okay.
But in the light novel, it's not told in Asuna's perspective, but in the movie, to give
Yeah.
it like a mix-up, you get Asuna's like perspective
Ah,
on the
the
first
new
floor.
movie.
That's
okay,
what
yeah,
I thought.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, the one that this movie that came out. Oh,
Oh,
there's
new
two
one?
movies.
I thought
right.
I
There's
thought
two
you were talking
movies.
about like
Right,
the
I'm
newest
sorry.
one.
There's so much of SEO, right?
Yeah, there is
Okay, right,
massive.
right.
to
So
be
I'll
fair.
finish off this first. So basically, tells the story of the first floor from Asuna's perspective, but they do weird retcons in it, which is kind of like controversial.
Oh, okay.
So firstly, anime original character that gets added
Oh,
during this
interesting.
movie, which makes it a bit weird.
Hmm.
So I don't know how much of it's like true because they changed it,
Right.
and they basically retcon some of the like iconic scenes in the first episode. So you know, like when he
Oh.
kills him and he's like I'm a master beater. Like,
Oh yeah.
I'm not just a cheater. I'm a beta
he
player.
played the beta,
so I'm
yeah.
a beater. I'm a master beater.
That's honestly no. If they
That's-
retcon that, yeah,
that
forget
is
that.
such a
That's
joke.
like such a
But
funny
they like
scene.
changed some of the scenes. But it's a good movie.
I've heard
so-
that. Yeah.
Yeah. But the movie I think you're on about is
Yeah.
another one called Ordinal Scale.
Yeah, that's the one I thought.
Yeah. So this one's like
Is that not the one from Asuna's perspective?
no.
Oh, okay.
So this one's just
what the
a
heck?
IRL. What is it called? Like augmented reality version of like SEO that they made. It was basically like its own story, but it does link at the end to like the main story because it gives you like behind the scenes of like some of the stuff.
Right.
But it's basically Kirito SEO in real life, but he's actually ass because he doesn't have like the athleticism that he does in game.
What?
So and then some guy wears a bodysuit, and then somehow they get teleported to SEO, and they do the full 100 boss,
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Alright,
and they
so-
cheat. So yeah.
What?
So I spoiled that film.
That sounds.
Not the one.
Oh, actually, yeah, it's not a major spoiler alert.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
It's
You
a
were
spoiler for
so
the-
angry
no,
at me.
No,
Come
because I
on.
thought you were on about this main series.
No,
'cause
no,
that
no, no,
movie's
no.
like
I
its
don't know
own thing,
anything else
basically.
about it. Like I said, I only watch Asuna's clips.
Right.
So-
Fair enough. Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
I
you-
know from the new season, like stuff of Asuna.
So,
I'm not saying
The
anything.
SEO.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
now you
please.
should talk about so.
Because like
I'm-
stuff that like
Yeah.
we might want to watch. Or,
Yeah,
like,
that's what
at least
I'll
from-
convince you. I'll convince you.
Because
now.
I do kind of want to watch.
So the
finish
first
it.
two I
Oh.
considered like, it depends on anything.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I've seen only Asuna's clips. I like the second season.
No, you don't understand.
Was
The
it?
second season. So the
Is it-
well,
Second season had some. Good
Wasn't
bits.
It's
second
split-
season with the
Gun Gale
it's
Online.
split into two. So
Gun
there's
Gale
the
Online.
Gun Gale Online arc. So there's basically no Asuna during that arc.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Sino.
Yeah, so it's
Or
kind of
Sino
like
or
a.
something like that.
I thought it was okay.
I actually liked it.
It's
I
just-
thought it had some good scenes.
the actual like plot of it was like alright, like some guy killing people and stuff like
Yeah.
that. But it was like, what's going on? You know, we don't know. It just deviates.
I thought the second season was with the fairies.
Part
That's
two.
part
so,
two of season
Ah.
one.
So the first season of so there's two parters in each season basically.
Oh,
So
okay.
first season, first part's SEO,
Okay.
and the second half is the first part of the fairies, which is kind of like
okay. I
you know,
like the
saving
fairy
Asuna,
scene.
saving
Yeah,
Asuna.
Yeah.
Then in the second
Stop.
season, oh shit, back in a sec, boys.
You were explaining the seasons.
All right.
So,
So the second half of season 2 is basically them just playing the game. That's literally what the second.
Yeah.
But it's split up into a half filler. Just let's get the sword of Excalibur in game. Yeah, that was kind of
Yeah.
meh. But then
Okay.
they have an Asuna arc. Where it's
Yeah.
mainly Asuna, like as kind of MC, and it's to do with this girl who has cancer.
Wasn't that after?
I think she had,
Asuna's
like,
Crush
AIDS.
Rescue.
or something
She
like
had AIDS.
I thought it was AIDS.
Basically,
Was it
she
not
was.
AIDS?
She,
I
no,
don't
no,
think
no,
so.
no. Basically, she
I
was.
thought
You
it
know,
was-
she was
oh, crap.
hospitalized,
Yeah.
and she played the game 24/7
Yeah.
because she was hospitalized. And it's kind of like a sad story where, like, you know, they're trying to do something in game.
It was quite
And then,
sad.
yeah,
to be
and
fair.
then it
I
ends up
thought
with
that
them
was
dying.
after the fairies. Cause
It is
No,
after
that
the
is-
fairies. Yeah, this
yeah,
is season.
okay.
This is season 2.
Season 2.
This is season 2
technically
part
also
2.
fairies.
This
so
This is
it's also
after Gun
fairies.
Gale
Yeah,
Online.
because I remember
Yeah.
Asuna having blue hair, and I was like, "What the hell?"
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
in
yeah. So that's the
that's
first
in season
seasons.
1. Like, because then it's Leafa, his sister.
And that was like
Mm.
the,
That's
like the
sussy
whole-
incest.
Yeah.
shit
what
that was
the
going on,
heck?
yeah.
That
But
was
basically,
strange.
it was like a sad cancer story. I actually that was one.
That
of the
was
animes
quite
that cried.
sad. Yeah.
We talked about
I
last
showed the
animes that
clip
made you
to
cry.
my sister just 'cause my sister randomly she wanted to buy me an action figure,
Right.
Oh,
so she
respect.
bought me an action figure of SAO,
Oh,
and it
Respect.
was her, the cancer girl.
yeah.
Oh.
And I was like, I'm going to show you who she is, and I
Oh.
showed her the
Oh,
clip,
no.
and she cried, and she was
I cried too. I
No,
was like,
yeah,
I was
same.
like, damn, this is sad. Like they did
It
a
was
full like
super
3-minute
sad.
like song and everything. I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, I felt like it was quite like I think season 2 was actually pretty good. Like it has some weird scene. It's a bit boring sometimes.
It's
But,
boring.
like, it's
I
not
did some
bad.
skip. Yeah, that's what I mean. That's
not bad.
SEO though. It's not bad, but
Yeah,
because it's like
exactly.
everyone rewatches it, that's why people are like, oh, SEO's trash.
Yeah,
like, it's kind
compared
of
Ah,
like
'cause they
to-
rewatch it.
it's kind of like a meme type that you know, like
yeah,
people like when they first watch anime, they think SEO's 10 out of 10. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's like when you
Ah,
watch
yeah,
anime.
yeah.
because that's when you're getting into anime.
Yeah, and everyone watch it. Most people watch SEO during that time. They're like, oh my god,
Yeah.
isekais. Because this,
Yeah,
especially
It's the founding father.
That's the
It's what
thing,
made
though.
isekai.
back
I'd say.
then, there was no such thing
To
as
be
the
honest,
isekai
when
genre.
you say
basically.
isekai,
Exactly.
my mind goes also to reincarnation.
Yeah, so there are
Because-
isekais
Yeah,
back
they've
in that
made-
time, but like
Yeah.
this is like the
Most
isekai
famous,
trope.
yeah.
I think
that,
it made
like,
it
has, like,
popular.
the trashy
Yeah.
harem tropes, ecchi
Ah,
tropes,
yeah.
stuff like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
That popularized like isekais, basically.
That.
exactly. Yeah.
But the thing
Well
is,
said.
the new season, the best way to describe it is basically what SEO would have been if they actually did SEO the first season fully.
Oh, it's good.
That's how I would describe it. It's really good. Like
Damn.
honestly.
Okay.
So it's
okay.
a 48 episodes in total. So they split it up
48.
into a 24 first season.
Oh,
Then they
okay.
do a second core, which is a part 1 and 2, basically.
Right.
So
Isn't-
yeah, go on.
I think I know about this season. Is it the one with the Alice?
Yeah, so this
Yeah.
is
Oh, I think blonde
Like,
head.
yeah,
Blonde
blonde
Hair
hair.
Girl, which
Yeah.
is pretty popular. So basically,
I hate her. Pretty
I
popular.
don't know anything about it. I haven't
Because
seen
I'm
it.
an Asuna lover. I'm a Asuna
okay, so
lover.
that's
I
there
think
is
I'll
like a
pick up
love-hate for
soon.
her in the show, I think. So basically, the basic premise is, you know, they're older now, Kirito, so they're thinking about their next steps in life.
Yeah.
So he's thinking of
Mm.
like working for like, you know, tech, stuff like that.
Right.
So, you know, being Kirito, he works for a secret government project for Japan to do with
Yeah.
MMOs. So basically, he's testing out this new MMO system, basically.
Right.
And long story short, it's to do with military shit, you know, create
okay.
a weapon of mass
Yeah.
destruction type thing.
Yay.
Okay.
But the basic premise is during this time, he is stuck in the game as SEO again.
Ah.
Right.
I
okay.
thought it wasn't a game.
Well,
from what I
it's-
understood,
it's a game, but it's like, you know, it's not a game. It's not a game premise this time, so it's not
it
like
looks more like he's literally in another
so-
world.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So it's not
okay.
like a your SEO plot where he's playing a game and he gets stuck in. It's like a
Right.
the thing he's in, it emulates kind of like a game environment. So that, you know, it's got like similar things like
okay.
game systems, stuff like that.
Mm.
But-
And it looks like literally he's living the life there because he
Yeah,
has
so-
childhood friends and everything.
So that's the thing.
Oh wow. Okay.
During the initial like start episode, he plays through it with his memories basically like wiped. So it's
What?
basically they're studying what he's like because he has the most experience. So they wipe his
Ah.
memories, and it's like basically what they're trying to do is create AI, like
Oh,
proper
okay.
AI, and then use it for weapons of mass destruction, basically.
Right.
Not
Okay.
really spoilers. So,
Okay.
and the whole point is another country wants this technology.
Right.
So there's a clash between countries. I think it's America versus Japan.
Most
and
definitely, yeah.
basically, you know, the AI has been created in the game. They have to extract it, but the Americans came to the secret government base. But there's a standstill, basically. They can't get into the room where the Japanese are. So what do they have to do? They have to go in the game to
Oh
get the
my
AI.
God.
So that's
Oh
like the
my
basic
God.
premise. But the actual plot is really good. So
Really?
the first half is basically more to do with Kirito not knowing what's going on.
yeah.
He's like
Right.
semi-memory
Yeah.
wiped, and he's basically redoing essay all over again.
Right.
The
right.
second half is the more government, like, oh shit's going down, like we're gonna get in there.
Right.
And honestly, I would say the first season, one of the best seasons, like generally really good, like 9 out of 10. Honestly,
9 out of 10.
not a lot of people have watched it, and it's generally a good anime to watch.
That's what I've heard. Like it gets better.
That's why I
rewatched it. Yeah.
And the second half is really good too. It just depends on the one thing is. Kirito for a bit of it is not in the episode, so if you watch it for Kirito, you're like kind of like, where's Kirito? It's kind of like Attack of Titan season 2 where there's not a lot of Eren.
Yeah.
And it's like, where's Eren? I want Eren.
Yeah.
It's a similar thing, but
Can
it's a good anime.
Can I ask a spoiler question to you?
Sure. As long as it's not. Is this like a? Oh my god! Is this how it ends? Type.
No,
stuff? Okay.
it's more who's the AI at the end? Is it?
Wait.
Is it? It's a big
that's
spoiler?
not really. It's
Is it
not
not
a spoiler.
spoiler?
It's
Okay,
not
okay.
really because you know they're AI.
Right.
Kirito originally in this world is the only real person in it. Everything else is AI.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's the whole point of it. So
Okay, then I have a
okay.
bigger spoiler in mind, but I will
so
I
that's
will
what I
not
mean.
ask
There are
it. I
some
will
good
not.
spoilers, but I can't say it.
I'm not going to.
I generally think you would watch it. So
I do want to watch it.
I would generally recommend
Okay, I'm
watching
not going
it.
to ask anymore.
If
then.
you hate SEO, honestly,
Appreciate
watch Alicization and you might think better of it, honestly.
And the new one, I heard that movie was good. The one that told
The movie
told
is
in a
good.
student's
The movie, I
perspective.
generally enjoyed the movie, but then afterwards I looked back and I was like, I found out, oh shit, they had a new character? Okay, they're doing like weird
Yeah.
retcons going on, but it's still a good movie.
It's still I've heard it's better than season 1.
And there's another one coming out soon. I don't know if it's this year or next year. Basically, the reason for this is this next arc of SEO, which generally looks like it might be good, is still being like wrote in the light novels. And when the last season of SAO came out, from what I know, he was kind of like 3/8 of the story through. So there's like they're trying to get more source material to make into the anime. So in the meantime, they're putting it off with like these movies and stuff like that to like buy them time, stuff like that.
Right, I understand.
So
it's
there
like
you go.
filler then.
Yeah,
I guess.
filler, but like good filler.
Yeah. They're doing something good.
Sorry, I'm getting my shifts right now, and if I don't reply the quickest, I'm don't get shifts.
No, that's okay. That's,
So
you
I
gotta
need to
prioritize
check.
that, yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, respect.
I feel like if I
No,
ask
big up. Appreciate that.
for what?
Oh, sorry. No, the SAO.
Oh,
like,
right, the SAO,
dumb.
like,
Yeah,
you know,
I was
support.
genuinely
Yeah.
intrigued. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
To go back to the question, worst anime, like I feel like if you asked me this question 2 years ago, I would like had a list.
Do you not have
Right
a list on
now-
like my anime
Or-
list?
I don't watch
Keep
on my anime list. I watch on this. I shouldn't say where I watch it because otherwise I will be put down. But I watch anime on GoGo Anime.
No,
not where we're
recording,
watching.
like animes. That
Yeah.
you record.
No,
and
I
you start.
don't. I just watch.
That.
And then
See,
give
that's
them-
kind of like the gamer me. I've got gamified by like saying like,
Yeah,
oh, look at the
exactly.
stats. This is how much anime I've
Exactly.
watched. This is
Really,
what
I
watched.
don't
It's like
watch
a good
anime.
motivator to
But it's
carry
also
on
good. It's
watching.
good to look back and be like, this is what I think of this
Yeah.
anime. Oh, I rate this a 7. I'm like, okay, maybe I
Yeah.
rate this more or
I
less.
don't
love
know.
doing
I
that.
don't have the
Yeah.
energy to watch an anime and then score it.
Nah, see,
Yeah,
for me,
that's
that
fair.
makes it,
Energy
that
for
adds to
me.
the experience. I'm like,
Exactly.
I
You
get to
click the
rate
button
this
when you-
anime.
yeah.
I'm just
Players.
thinking because I've started very early on. I was like
True,
8.
you have watched a lot.
I started when I
that's
was
fair.
at 8. So after that you
You
don't
can't
really-
like
You could
remember
try.
because
That's
I
what-
tried that.
I feel
and
like
I
if
couldn't
I-
remember anything.
I'm going to go through the anime list on anime list.
I
I
understand
will
that.
take days before I finish
There,
scoring everything.
there are some times where I've probably forgotten anime and I'm like, wait, I haven't added this to my mind, so I've got to add this.
Yeah.
I've had that a few times,
Yeah.
but it's like, it's mostly consistent. It's basically when I started the
Yeah.
list. It's like, yeah, I've got the
To be
main
honest,
animes.
I
Yeah.
don't usually like skip or like once I start a show, I finish it.
Yeah, exactly. Same.
Yeah, for the most
So
part, yeah.
I never turn it down. But I don't know.
I have one that like I was looking at my anime list and like
Yeah.
I really don't like it,
What?
and I think
I might
what's the
have
name?
seen
High
one.
School of the Dead.
That one.
I understand why you might
High
not like
School
it, but
of the Dead.
that's a
I
really
thought it was
popular
garbage.
idea.
I thought it was garbage, bro. I mean, I watched it a long time ago. I thought it was just
To
like
be honest,
for its,
I
like,
thought it
etchiness.
was just etchy. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
That was the
exactly.
point of it. It was etchy. It was,
I remember seeing the
Yeah.
clip because it was the time where I was watching AMVs.
Oh,
when
right,
you're
okay,
that
yeah.
age where you look at it.
Yeah.
There was literally the scene where he uses her to.
Oh, the
rest
sniper
her
rifle
life.
with
Yeah,
the titties,
like,
and he's like,
so
And I was like, what's
the
happening here?
recoil.
It's
I was like, what's happening here? I got curious
was
and
so
I
good.
started watching it. Because at the
Right.
time they had, like, for Italians, there was like Yamamoto on YouTube. that where they put the all full episodes.
Okay.
So I watched that there, and I was like, yeah, this is just hentai. Nothing
just-
happens to them.
Exactly.
When you watch this, I watched it the first time dubbed back when I first started anime, and for a guy who like ecchi, I was like, I did quite a bit of skipping, I think, actually.
To be honest,
it was just
ooh,
bad. It was just bad, if I remember
section.
correctly.
Anime that you don't. I forgot.
Oh, she forgot the signature.
Ta-ta-ta-ta.
Oh my god.
Anime that you don't know, but Sabrina knows. A very old anime, like harem style, that like first anime a harem I've seen when I was like literally a kid.
Yeah.
That like shocked me. It's called Rosario Vampire plus Rosario or something. It's an old one, it's 2 seasons.
Oh, wait, we can't
I think that like it's from
Rosario.
there, like kind of like harem situations were created because it's an old one.
I think I've wanted to watch this.
Yeah.
Yeah. I might have watched this actually. I don't know.
So there's like this ecchi scene, but I was a kid, so I was like, "Oh my god, what's happening?"
How when you say kid though, that's what are we saying like?
9.
Oh yeah, that's
Because this is a very old harem
Right.
situation.
Right.
So the story about this is basically human boy suddenly is in a school for only supernatural beings.
Right.
Needs to fake being not human because otherwise he will be killed or whatever.
Okay.
He has to go to this school because he's doing bad at normal school, and his parents found casually this summer school.
Oh.
So he didn't know anything until he came there, and there's this thing that they need to fake being humans because obviously they need to cohabitate.
Yeah.
Right.
So he meets this girl, vampire, whatever. She has a rosario that restrict her powers.
Right.
And for whatever reason, he's the only one able to take that rosario out of her chains.
Yeah.
And when
Rosario?
Rosario is basically Christian,
Oh,
where
is it the-
yeah.
Like the
The
necklace thing.
Yeah,
On
exactly.
the cross. Yeah. Okay.
And for whatever reason, he is only able to take it down. And every time he's in a pinch, and she transforms in the white. So
Yeah.
This is her.
it's
The
the same
vampire.
person, both of them.
Was
So
This one?
the
These two.
pink one
this-
and
I think
are the same
Oh,
person.
okay.
So pink is when she has the rosario.
Oh, I
Without
see.
the rosario, she becomes that.
Nice
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see.
The
There's
character
literally
design's
this
pretty good,
like
yeah.
transform scene where her boobs gets bigger, her abs
Oh,
gets
Clips
bigger.
of it. I think that's what it is. I
Okay.
don't think I've watched it though.
And obviously he makes new friends with succubus and Yukiona.
Typical harem.
Right.
Yeah,
right, typical
exactly.
standards.
And there was this scene where the succubus literally tries to fuck him or whatever.
Valid.
Right. Yeah. Fair boss. Happens.
And no, she tries to, but she's already friended with him, so she's not using her power anymore.
Right.
There's the new character, the witch, and
Mm.
she's doing a prank on him, so she's able to move his body, because she thinks
okay.
she's in this episode. Spoiler: she's in love with the vampire girl,
Oh, okay.
and she's like, "Leave away my sister,
My
or
love.
whatever, my
Yeah.
love." And so she's making her see whatever he's doing with her,
Right.
with the
Yeah.
other succubus girl.
Right.
And there's this scene where he literally takes out the panties, and
Oh,
he
okay,
sees
okay.
stuff because he's literally falls down with the panties.
Right.
And,
right.
yeah.
Standard anime.
Yeah, it's standard anime.
Yeah, but
tropes.
good.
But I was a kid, and this was the first anime harem situation I watched, like with,
Oh,
and I
okay.
was like, "What have I just seen?" I was like literally shocked, and for whatever reason, what we were talking about made me remember of this scene.
No, yeah.
Fair enough.
I mean, to be honest, like now that you've mentioned, like I feel like I have so many like ecchi harem animes that I watched like years ago
That's
that I
what I
would
mean.
consider the.
I've
the
watched.
worst.
That
There's
was
so many.
That's
Yeah.
the thing. Do you want to think is one of the first things I watched
Also-
when I was in anime was ecchi harem animes.
Yeah,
I watched High
same.
School DxD,
To
and
be
then from there I watched a bunch of them.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're
no,
probably
it's-
really
Yeah,
trashy
yeah.
nowadays.
Same, like
be
Infinite
honest-
Strauss.
Oh, I watched both
Yeah.
seasons.
To be
Yeah,
honest,
that
I
was
know
some
like a lot of,
garbage.
in general, harem situation are considered the trash of anime.
It
Oh,
is,
obviously,
even
yeah.
even the
anyone
one
do
with
now.
reverse harem, so guys and one girl.
Yeah, of course.
Like some old ones, I just seen like the list. There was like one called it's an old one, Diabolic Lovers.
Oh, I've
Again,
heard of that,
vampires.
Fucking vampire shit.
Yeah.
Terrible.
I remember watching it, and
It
I
is all
didn't think it
vampire
was
stuff.
like trash. I didn't think it was trash, but it is kind of trash because the girl literally does nothing and she gets her blood sucked.
Right.
Like it's.
I mean, it's the same thing just for like a female audience.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
literally trashy anime. Like it's literally the whole point is ecchi. That's the whole point.
Exactly.
This one is not ecchi because female.
Oh well, no, that's the female. It's the female perspective version
female
of ecchi.
Yeah,
it's their version of ecchi. Oh my god.
It's like girl ecchi.
Oh my god.
Exactly.
Like this kind of style, I have another in mind that might be more trash than this one. Brothers conflict.
Oh, I think I've heard of it.
So it's basically again one girl, 13 guys. They're her brothers.
I think I've watched this. I think I've watched this.
But it's good because they're not biological brothers.
Yeah, typical stuff.
Okay, yeah, that makes it. It's just anime logic, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like
and to be honest, most of the girls' ones are based by games.
Yeah, that's how.
So I think for the girls' version, I feel like the games had more background than the anime itself, because the anime itself, like,
it's made
they just skip stuff,
to attract you basically.
Yeah, for the game.
Yeah.
I found out these games, like Diabolic Lovers, they made a game for Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, they do. Like Nintendo Switch
Yeah,
has a
Nintendo
lot
has
of
a
visual
lot.
novels on there,
Yeah.
like a lot of them, like ecchi ones, stuff like that. Nintendo
So
Switch has a lot.
at the time, I
that,
was
it's
like
surprising.
probably 12. I watched Diabolic Lovers, and I was like, I want the game, but it's only for like, what was it called, PS4 or something, and it was only in Japanese.
For Xbox.
And now I feel like I should go
yeah.
back, but at the same time, I know it's trashy. So I don't know.
I mean, it's like one of those guilty pleasures, like
Yeah.
because you can admit an anime is trashy and like still enjoy
Still
it.
enjoy it. That's
Shall I confess something? I went to a phase called literally Automa game phase.
right.
Automa game.
So at the time, they had like a lot of like apps for the phone, free ones.
Yeah.
Some were paid, but like, there was also this one very famous at one point. I was probably in high school, called Mystic. What was it called? Mystic
Lovers.
Mystic
Maybe. I don't know.
Messenger. Mystic Messenger, where you literally had to tune on when it said you had to tune on.
All right, so it's basically one of them
What?
waifu
No,
games. You know, when the games you have
Messenger.
to like,
Messenger.
you know, the type of games where you have to go on
Yeah,
and like
first one.
interact with the girl.
Literally-
What's the guy version?
It
There's one
was-
called Honey Pop, I think.
It was literally
I
based
don't
like
know
a
because I
phone.
never played these games.
This
Neither,
game
but-
was literally it was literally like you were on a phone and talking to
Yeah, I
someone.
know the type of games he's on.
Oh.
That.
And they were like,
Oh,
you
okay,
had
I understand. I
at the
understand.
time when it first came, you had, if it said 1 p.m., you had to turn on 1 p.m. Otherwise, you would have to skip a section.
Bro, that's how
so
they
it's
reel
trying to
you
be
in.
like
That's how you
real-
reel
that's-
you in.
But the thing is, I played a lot of these games. Always had the
okay.
bad ending. I'm
Oh.
very bad at these games. Every time I'm like, yeah, I don't care. Go do whatever you want. And I get the bad ending.
I mean, I never, because I can never play these games on my phone, like the gacha games as well. Like they just,
Ooh,
I
Gacha,
never
I
I'm
wish
got
always
gacha.
on and off gacha.
I never
so
got
bad.
into them.
It's kind
The
of like
physical
weird
one
phases.
or-
Like the ones on your phone.
The phone.
There's a phone one.
like
Yeah, it's like a
mobile
massive series on
games.
phone. Like,
Mobile games
I know
that
at
are
some.
gacha.
Ah,
what's the
okay.
most famous? The one you.
I mean, Genshin Impact.
Yeah,
so
Genshin.
I
yeah,
said
but that's-
Gacha. That
No,
one.
it's
That's like
technically
gacha. It has
it's
gacha
technically- It has
elements.
gacha
Yeah,
elements, but
that's-
it's not as gacha as like
Yeah.
gacha. I played
Yeah.
gacha games properly, and the thing about gacha games, one that like people play, something like Ark Knights. I think one's like a lot
Yeah,
of people know.
there's so many anime figures of
Basically,
that.
the whole point of gacha games is they reel you in with a lot of freebies, so you get to wish a lot at the start, and then it gets to a point where you're playing the game.
I might have played another
Yeah,
one of those.
You're playing the game, and it
There's
gets
quite a
the
lot.
game
Not
gets
really.
too hard with the stuff you have, and you're kind of forced to either grind for 2 years straight just to get like a tiny bit good stuff, or you
Right.
spend money to get better stuff. But the thing is about gacha games, the power creep is a thing. So over time, the shit
what
you
you-
got
Yeah.
gets worse and worse. So you have to keep on going and
It's just
going.
an endless cycle. It's just spending.
That's
It's
the thing.
literally in the name. Gacha, got you.
Yeah.
They're
But that's the
just-
thing with gacha games for me. I'd play them and then I drop them after like 4 months, and then I play a new gacha game like maybe a few months after, drop it again after a few months. That's how like typical gacha games go.
To be honest, one of these games made me. I was bad girl when one
There
of
you
these
go.
games, because I was, like I said, young when I
Spend
started
a lot of
playing.
money.
And the first game that was both Otome game and Gacha
Yeah.
was this. I think French game. It was made in France and it was then also translated in Italy, called Dolce Flirt or whatever.
Dolce Flirt.
Right.
Yeah. And at
Dolce
some point, literally to
flirt?
move, it's all based on a school.
Right.
That means like sweet flirt or something.
Right.
And it was based on a school, but to move in the school, you had like every time you did points deduction, and every day you had like 15 points.
Oh, right, I get what she means. Yeah.
And if you wanted to go to this room and find this character, 3 points deduction,
Right.
and whatever, and to
You have
get
to
more
pay for
points.
more points.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you wanted like,
Right.
you had to pay like €5.
That's the
or
other thing
something.
about gacha games. They have energy systems
Yeah.
which limit how much you can play
Yeah.
a day. So you can't play the game all day, every day.
Yeah, exactly.
You're limited to like maybe half an hour of gameplay. And then you either have to pay to play.
That
It's like
was-
Candy Crush.
I feel like literally that
Yeah.
was like 10 minutes because like you had like 13 points for a day. And you don't remember which rooms you already checked the day before.
So that's even worse.
So, yeah.
Oh, God.
Okay.
So at some point I started like, because at that time the only way to pay was through phone or whatever. So
Oh,
I
gosh.
spent all my phone money.
Oh,
No.
Then I was way worse. I was like, I want to play more. And I snatched my brother.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Oh my.
And then my
days.
parents found out
I will
and took my computer out. For
I
free.
re-
As they should. As they should.
I remember there was a game. Did you ever play Injustice?
I was young.
on your
I
phone?
played Injustice.
There
on
was
my
an
phone.
energy
Oh, my-
system like that, but you
Yeah.
could get around that by setting your phone's like time
Yeah,
to the
you
next
skip
day.
forward. That's
You
why I
skip
said
forward and
some
you
of
just
these games
reset
you
your
could
I
do
was
energy.
a
that.
dumb kid, okay?
Oh, damn.
No.
I feel like
That's
I
how they get
spent
That's
it
how
a
they get
lot.
you.
That's
though.
how they
Dumb
get
kids,
you,
especially.
yeah.
That's why a
Yeah.
lot of like free mobile games that get
Mm.
installed nowadays on your phones. The trashy like mobile games.
Yeah.
They hope kids like
Yeah, it's
accidentally
messed
buy the
up.
stuff and shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
They get
literally
kids
did
addicted
like,
to it.
Mm.
Can't
because
control
of that and
themselves.
because of it's like early on. It was 2008 when that
Oh,
happened.
2008 is like a difference.
Yeah, I got
Mm.
also verse like on my phone. Like
Yeah.
they did,
Oh,
they
crap.
forced like
As you should.
monthly paying on something, and I didn't know, so I fucked up very
Damn.
bad.
Young
that year.
minds get.
That's
fucked
why,
up.
yeah, we gotta like educate the
Yeah.
kids.
All
That's
the
why
sh-
now I don't touch anything. I'm like,
Yeah.
no.
All this from anime, everyone. I'm just saying.
I mean, it's like
Yeah,
it's like
sure.
anime is like subgenre, like
Yeah,
yeah.
into the
So
depths of anime.
The addictions, right?
On paper, you get Attack on Titan, sick anime. But, like,
we don't
into
look at the
depths-
dark
Okay.
sides. Right?
Into
Yeah,
the dark side, yeah, that's what you get
That's
into
people
those.
like her. She's
No, everyone has.
everyone
like,
has a bit, but like
Yeah.
there's worse. There are people with literal like gambling addictions on like.
No,
yeah,
no, I took it out.
exactly, Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I
One of-
stopped the addiction.
One of the
Well,
worst
that's the
stories I've
standard.
heard was like a gacha game. You know the Fate series. There's a
Mm.
popular
Ooh,
gacha game
yeah.
called Fate Go, which is what
Does
the
it?
anime is based off.
Right.
There was one guy I remember seeing like a thing. He spent like $200,000 on
Oh
it.
my
Ah.
For just wishing.
Just why?
It's just
I
like-
know in this.
That's what I mean. You can get to them points.
I guess if you have the money
You can do.
and you feel comfortable, you can like you're comfortable spending it. I guess fine.
This is the one thing
But
about
like
gacha games.
to a point of addiction.
In Japan, for the most part, gambling is illegal in
Mm.
Japan, but there are ways
Illegal.
around it. Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
gacha is kind of like one of the forms of gambling people
Yeah.
do, and it's kind of like their form of gambling that people get addicted to.
Mm.
That's it's like loot boxes. You can
Yeah.
you're literally advertising gambling to little kids, and it's like under the pretense of it being legal, which is so messed up.
Mm.
'Cause I was I to be honest, I was like, I would spend some money on like
I would
loot
always
boxes
be
back
debating.
in
Yeah,
the day.
shame. I would
What's
be
a
like,
loot box?
just another form of gacha.
Like you pay money to like unbox
Open
a crate and hope to get. It's
something.
basically gacha.
Ah.
to
It's-
anime.
I have a personal anime. The one anime I've got rated as a 1. One
Ooh.
Oh
anime.
wow!
But it's
okay.
not a bad anime per se. This is like a distaste for this anime.
Okay. Okay.
So this is anime called Fuka, right?
Fuka.
Right. So
See it.
Sounds like
this-
my name. What the heck?
so the thing about this anime is it's not a bad anime in any way realistically. But
Right.
this is the first
Ooh, I think I know
Right,
about
okay.
it. But I
this
don't know.
firstly, this is the first proper, I guess you would say, romance anime I've actually watched.
Oh. Okay.
So the thing about this, I did not know about the romance tropes in anime. How the childhood best friend never wins,
Oh,
and the new girl
You
comes
were
in.
you that angry?
Oh,
So there's this girl called Fuka, And fuck her. She can fuck herself.
It's in the name, right?
It's in the name. Fuck her.
The blue hair girl.
Right. Basically, this anime is like it's also a music anime, which I don't usually like music anime.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
these ones are
okay.
So
my
basically, this guy, he's like meh with life. He doesn't know what he's doing in life. Bumps into this girl, gets involved in music, make a band together.
Okay,
Yay.
okay.
Childhood best friend, they haven't seen each other since they were 4, is a, massive celebrity now, teen celebrity,
okay.
she makes the moolah, very busy,
Money,
bunny
money,
girl
money. Ooh, I
senpai
think
type celebrity.
Right now, there's a
Right.
clip going on about the childhood friend being famous
Of what?
on TikTok.
Oh.
Of who?
Of the childhood friend
Oh, this
becoming
girl,
famous.
specifically,
It's
right,
going
yeah.
on TikTok right now.
Oh, okay.
All right, so basically, it was the typical anime tropes, and I didn't know the anime tropes. So as the
Right.
season progresses, I'm like, oh, he meets with the girl in secret, like the childhood best friend, and she
Right.
low-key like confesses, like, I love you, oh my god,
Right, yeah,
and then
yeah.
he's like, oh, I don't know what to say. Next few days, nah, he picks the other girl. That's the first thing that pissed me off. I was like, how could you choose this dumb bitch that no one likes? Like, she does nothing redeemable. Fuck her. She's so boring. No personality. This girl has loved you since she was a child. That's not me not knowing the anime tropes. But the other thing about
Right,
this anime was it has a very unique ending, or at least in the
Oh.
manga especially. So, which technically should make it good, but it just makes the anime even worse.
Oh,
So,
okay.
During this, obviously, I don't remember the actual plot, to be honest. I just remember the drama between them. But basically, at one point, they're going to perform as a band,
Right.
right? So at this point, he's rejected this girl, and I think he's about to properly confess to this girl after the band performance.
Right.
So,
I had a flashback to another similar.
yeah, one sec.
Sorry.
Yes. So the thing is, originally in the show, in the manga that this is made of, before she gets to it would be like the final episode, by the way.
Yeah.
Before she gets to make the band performance, she actually gets run over by a truck
Eh?
and killed in the manga.
She gets killed.
She gets killed.
What the heck?
But in the anime ending, they let her fucking live, and that pissed me off so much more.
You wanted to
Because I found out straight after, I was like, fuck this anime. Fuka, what do people think?
You're right.
She gets killed in the manga. I was like, why was that not the ending? What the fuck were they thinking? And the thing about the manga, they carry on with the manga after she dies.
Oh.
So there's actually more
Oh, yeah,
after
that's-
she dies. So
that
it
sounds
sounded
quite
interesting.
interesting.
I was
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
low-key wanting to read it if I wasn't so pissed off at like how much I hate this
Yeah.
anime.
That's fair.
And
That's
honestly,
fair.
it's just like it was an okay romance from what I remember. I haven't watched
You
this
just
in like
despise it for the
Yeah,
for the
for the-
events.
for
but mostly
folded.
my first romance and also the pissed off ending basically.
Right.
And
no.
I just despise this blue-haired girl in general. I remember hating watching her.
That's
so-
fair. No, that's valid. That's valid. That's a reason
I
to
just-
give a show one for sure.
So I know usually like the worst shows are around when like you know old shows. There's like very shit shows.
Yeah, there's
during-
always worse.
so
shows
I
out
was
there.
like, okay, let's look what came out in 2008.
Mm.
And there's this one show that every girl thinks is the worst thing they ever watched. Not because it was bad when you were watching it,
Mm.
because when you get older, you realize what you
Ah,
have watched.
right.
Oh,
So
okay.
this show
okay.
is called Vampire Night. It's all about vampires
Oh,
again.
what's with you and vampire?
Wait, vampire.
It was my vampire.
Can I just have a quick shout out that most vampire anime is so
Yeah,
bad.
you should.
Yeah.
Vampire animes, they're just so dead.
Oh my days.
One of the genres I hate, especially
Yeah.
except Call of the Night. That's a good anime.
So
no.
this anime basically talks. So yeah, there's some incest going on here.
Valid.
Oh, okay.
That's
Oh,
why-
wait, I recognize
Yeah,
this. I recognize this.
So this one has 2 seasons. Basically,
Mm.
talks about human girl
Yeah.
goes to this school. There's a day school and a night school. Day school is
Ah.
for humans. Night school is for vampires.
Right.
Standard
There's
stuff, yeah.
in particular this vampire that like saved her when she was a child
She's got that.
and brought her and she calls her brother.
Mm.
Spoiler, if you want to watch it, I'm going to say spoilers right now.
Okay.
You find out second season that's her real brother. She was a vampire,
Ah.
but because he wanted to protect her, he basically sucked out her vampire blood and made her human.
Ah. What?
But now,
okay,
to make her
fair.
remember again, he puts his blood inside of her.
Oh, I thought you were going to say something else and how he gave it. That was going to be class.
And you found out that her family was basically the most royal family of the vampires. And
oh yeah, let's go. valid.
And
keep it in the family.
So basically,
like a blood
she and her brother were betrothed. And there's technically this other romance happening with this vampire hunter.
Right.
But I found out thanks to TikTok, because people were talking about it on TikTok again, about how trashy it was when you watched this when you were 12 and then you realized what happened. And apparently her brother isn't even her brother, but it's her grandpa.
Oh, that would make sense because they're vampires, aren't they?
No, but it's more complicated. So basically the grandpa continues to live, had his spirit transported in the baby. And I was like, it's a new level. It was new level.
I gotta watch this.
It's 2 seasons. I still feel like when I watched it, it was good. It's kind of like, dark. That kind of dark you want in 12.
Yeah. I mean, there's
everyone
a lot of
talks
anime like that.
about how trashy that was.
Right.
I still don't feel that it's not that trashy. Obviously, incest. I don't know. But
no respect. That's a good take.
Yeah. Don't ever mention to any girl Vampire Night that knows anime. Don't mention Vampire
I've
Night.
heard, I've heard of this anime. I think my
I'm
friend might have talked about it.
I'm gonna have to give it a watch.
I think you can find. I think I watched the full episodes on YouTube at the time.
No,
So I don't know if it's still there.
Nah,
Right,
it's fine.
right.
We've got the proper sources now to watch this stuff. It's all
Yeah, we know where to find it.
We know where to find this
You can
stuff.
find any anime, yeah.
It's not hard to find a site to watch anime. Obviously, Crunchyroll.com.
Yeah, legal
Funimation,
stuff, we
Netflix has some
always.
anime. Yeah,
Always.
True.
Yeah.
Always.
I don't think Vampire Night does on Netflix though.
They'll find it
Oh,
somewhere.
there's probably something out there. Yeah, there's
No,
something.
I'm just
Maybe.
thinking, I'm just
Just an inkling. I
don't know where people watch their anime, but there's always
there's
a way.
probably something out there.
Anyway.
Yeah, trash for girls is have always something to do with vampires.
That's what I've heard. Yeah, I had a friend who we went through what anime she'd watched, and
I
she was
think I went
listing.
through a phase literally where
I
I
think
watched
every
only
girl has.
vampire stuff, like
Yeah.
around 12. Literally search every
I mean,
vampire.
Twilight's was massive
Yeah,
as
my
well.
mom was really into Twilight.
Exactly.
But
Yeah.
I'm
That's
still
something about
am.
vampires.
It's kind of
Really?
Twilight for me is what. Yeah, I don't.
I know,
my
respect,
mum
respect.
liked Twilight that much. She nearly named my sister after the girl.
No,
Belle.
Oh
She
my
nearly named
God.
her, but she ended up straying away from that.
Yeah, respect.
The other thing is, I when I was a kid, I was like, oh, I like the name Belle. I'm glad she didn't pick it now, but I was like, at the time, I was like, oh, that sounds like a good name.
Belle.
But then when I realized it was because of
You
Twilight.
know they made a manga of Twilight
No, they
of the first,
Oh.
and I bought it.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Yeah, I was hardcore fan of Twilight.
I mean, I haven't seen Twilight, so I don't know, but I know the memes of it and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm I guess memes don't quite hurt. But.
I sparkle at the light. I'm a monster.
Alright, can we stray away from the vampire talk now? Alright, moving on. I got an anime.
different anime,
I got anime.
Yeah.
So this anime originally is a really shit anime. And it's
but
an
it
anime.
became good.
Well, that's what I'm going to talk about. There's an anime called, I think it's called Ghost Stories.
Oh, I know
So-
this. I know the
yeah.
story.
The story about Ghost Stories
Yeah.
was basically this generic story, school ghost story, But
Yeah.
the thing is, in Japan, it flopped that badly. It was
Yeah,
just
I know
really
this.
bad. So when it came to people dubbing it, they
made it
went to the dub. They went to the dubbers and they were like,
Just
do
do
whatever you want to make
Yeah.
this show good. And you have maybe, if you're on TikTok somewhere and you have anime, you've maybe seen clips of this,
Yeah.
and they say the most out of
Is it
the
the one
fucking
where
shit.
the
It's-
dyslexic?
yeah, the dyslexic meme. So basically,
Yeah.
in this is also an old anime by itself. It's like a 2000 anime. When they got dubbed, it was during the times where people did not give a shit. No cancel culture, no nothing. So if you've ever watched this, I've watched a few episodes of it. It's so funny because they just say the most out of pocket shit that would not be allowed normally. But On paper, this is an ass anime, but because of the dub, this is the one time where the dub is better than the sub, 100%.
I mean, I think there's some case like Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. I thought the dub was better than the sub, but I watched the dub. So.
Yeah, that's like.
Wherever you watch dub,
yeah, that was
Then
like
it
SEO, like high school.
Yeah, exactly.
That's like Pokemon. I don't think
I
I could watch.
watching it in Japanese now.
I don't think I could watch Pokemon in English even.
Because
how you use them in
it.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
But basically, this is like a different reason why dub is just better. This is what like if they did this with a lot more bad animes, honestly, it gave me a reason to watch some animes that are really shit. Like she mentioned, there is the popular one where it's like one of them's talking like, he's like, are you back from home? Something like that. She says something like that. But then he realizes, oh wait, you're dyslexic. And then she says it like, home back me, you here? Like, that would not run today. Or another one I found really funny was there was one where he's running on like a track and field. Yeah. And then the guy's not running fast enough. He's like, you need to run faster. It's like, I can't. And then the kid out of nowhere goes like, imagine a big black guy's running behind you. And then he starts screaming and running faster. And yeah. Honestly, if you want a funny watch, this is a good comedy to watch dubbed.
That's what I've heard, yeah. Because, I heard the actual anime is like pretty bad.
Yeah,
but then the dub really just brings it up to like a...
Just a 10 out of 10. It's honestly, comedy. It makes it a comedy. It was originally a serious show. Like, who gives a shit about that?
I do want to watch it just because I'm curious.
It was like I think it's on Amazon Prime. I think I was like shocked it was on there. I was like, the dub's on there. I watched a few episodes. I was like, this is so funny. I need to finish it. This is like one of the textbook really bad anime. But it can be
made good from
that.
It's
made good.
Ooh, I found another one that everyone. I loved it, but there's a do you know about Oreimo? So Oren Imoto Kawaii.
I know kawaii.
What are you trying to say here?
That's all I know.
So, is this an anime or are you just talking about a general
phrase? It's an anime.
Alright.
Wait, what's it called?
Kawaii.
Oh wait, I watched this I think.
Wait,
is this the trashy... Oh yeah, no, I know. Oreimo, yeah.
To be honest, I love the main girl. I watched it and I was like, I love the main girl, but I know it's considered trash.
So familiar.
Yeah, you will definitely seen TikToks of it.
Yeah,
like
it's
a
very
popular
much
like
considered
you see a lot of memes and stuff like
that.
Right.
So,
because I don't remember much of it to be honest.
So it's a story about a brother and a sister.
Okay. All right.
And so brother is literally an ass. He doesn't want to do anything at law. Right. And the girl is the preferred one in the family because she gets good grades, whatever.
Right.
He found out the day that she's an otaku. And he's like, okay, I will help you making friends because she's having troubles like expressing that she's an otaku because at that time, still being an otaku was like...
Don't talk to me.
Especially in Japan, it was considered a bad thing.
Yeah.
So he's like, okay, I will help you find otaku friends. I will help you through everything. And at the same time, she still treats him as trash.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
And so there's a bit of incest going on.
Yeah, you had me a brother-sister story.
It's a bit of a theme with some of these
but I literally love her, so I don't consider it trash. But I know it's trash. I know it's trash.
Right.
I'm gonna have to watch this again.
So what level? So what level of incest? Like, do they actually
not as bad
get
as
together or something like that?
Spoiler alert: second season, they kiss.
Yeah.
I know it's also based on there's a game.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And because I've seen some images when I was searching for like images and stuff. I've seen like images of the game. So basically in the game it's literally harem. He can choose between this girl, and his sister. And this is the thing that I'm like, oh, this is real trash because basically it's after story. They have 2 kids. And I'm like, is there like a throwback that you're and I'm like, is there like something that says in the game that you're not really brother and sister because otherwise those kids wouldn't be looking like that.
I mean it's like I don't know, it causes like genetic defects and stuff like that. We shouldn't normalize
the opening of this show.
Oh yeah, I think it's
it's good opening.
Yeah.
Oh okay.
That was a good show.
Yeah.
Any other animes?
I
don't think we've heard from you for
dude, mine are just like trashy like stuff. Because there was this one called I remember it was called like Freezing.
Oh, Freezing. I've watched Freezing.
What's Freezing?
I can't even remember the plot, but I just remember it was the first one.
It was ecchi at some point.
It was like ecchi where it actually like showed like the girls like nipples. It
was like
stuff.
the proper like ecchi, like
high
school DxD levels. Yeah, that's why I watched it. That's the one I watched.
You know, being a young kid, bro.
What does it talk about?
Honestly,
I can't even remember the plot. I can't even remember.
Just something to do with like this. I think it was something like this prodigy. I don't know if it was soldiers or something.
Yeah.
I generally, honestly, it's
just
for
trashy
titties.
anime.
It's just
that's all my all my
memories of it.
All my bad anime.
I can picture the image of the nipples in my eyes.
Same.
But I don't know anything of what's going on.
Same.
I just have the imagery set in my mind.
Same.
So that's.
It's just anime like that. Yeah, like that's all my. I have One Punch Man season 2.
See, that's like so now we could talk about like animes that like that were good and then could have like a bad season.
Because season 2 was such a letdown from like.
Why was it? I never ended up watching season 2.
They changed the studio, so the animation dipped. The story, I remember, I wasn't a huge fan.
No, we're fine. They can't kick us out until
that's true. That's true. That's true. But yeah, like I can't remember specific because I just got bored. Like being bored is like one of my most killer qualities to an anime. Like, true. Just compared to season 1, it was like such a letdown.
That happens with a lot.
That made me quite sad.
I've got an anime similar to that. An anime called Tokyo Ghoul. If anyone's
heard
Now, that's not only bad season 2, but there's a reason. You know? So generally a really good first season anime. But I rewatched it.
Did you like first season?
It wasn't as good as I remember.
Everyone says it's fantastic. I really don't like it.
I started it and I was like, no, what is this shit?
Back in the day, I think it was a lot more better because there wasn't as much anime. But nowadays, I rewatched it like recently because I started reading a manga. I didn't get as far as past the first season of the anime reading.
Yeah.
But basically, I rewatched it. It's like it's good, but it's like at best you could say 8 out of 10 because it's like
8 still okay.
8 like if you like really like it. It's kind of like it's basically I feel like people who watch like Attack on Titan will like watch this and be like, oh, this is like hardcore, like, you know, like action. But realistically, it's just like
I couldn't get into it.
It's
me neither. I was like, I remember it being so famous after the first episode.
Yeah.
When the controversial
But
but I was like, every episode I was waiting for fight scenes. And nothing was happening.
Nothing happens until the final episode.
Yeah,
1000 minus 7, iconic.
That's when I got hyped up.
Yeah, that was only like I remember. I was just bored because I watched it a long time ago as well. Until the final episode, and I was like, "Oh, yeah, final episode."
That's
like,
what I was doing. I remember doing a lot of skipping when I watched it. I watched it dubbed the first time around. I was doing a lot of skipping.
And to be honest, second season, I feel like it started good because he was still badass.
Yeah.
But then it stopped again, and I was like, "This is not for me."
The thing about second season, it's not canon at all. It's an anime.
That's what I heard,
they fucked it up. So basically, after the first episode, they strayed completely away from the manga material. So none of that stuff was supposed to happen. Kaneki like leaving and stuff like none of that happened in the manga, which is why loads of people hate that season a lot more. Not only because it was bad, but literally none of it happens. Like at the end of season 2, spoilers, but it's not a spoiler because it doesn't count. Hide dying, that guy dying, and he's like walking across with like the Ravel song. Yeah, that was like
I don't even remember.
That's what I mean. It's like forgettable shit.
It's been so long.
But the thing is, I liked Tokyo Ghoul enough to then watch the next few seasons that came out.
There's more that came out.
Yeah, that's the thing. They bottled it even hard. So basically,
I didn't know that.
There's like a third season and OVAs?
Fourth season. No, third and fourth.
Wow,
no, there's the OVAs.
Really?
I feel like the OVAs are way better.
Damn,
like its own like other characters. But there's the 2 new seasons that came out. So basically, Tokyo Ghoul split up into Tokyo Ghoul, which was season 1 and 2, and then another manga series called Tokyo Ghoul Re, which is just kind of a continuation.
Okay.
So in total, 140 chapters of a manga got adapted into 24 episodes of anime. All into 2.
Okay.
So basically, they did a lot of skipping, a lot of confusion. So you watch one episode, you're like, I get what's going on. The next episode, wait, what's this? Wait, who are they talking about? What's this? Why is Kaneki's hair changed from white to black like straight away? What's going on?
Okay. It's
so
like
but I've heard the manga, which is sad because I've heard the manga is like really, really
That's
good.
what I've heard, yeah.
Which is why I wanted to read it. And from the spoilers I know, it sounds really good, especially from watching the anime. Despite me not understanding a lot of it, it generally would be good if they like adapted it properly.
Right.
They just wanted the quick cash grab and like dipped out. So.
Can I do a spoiler?
For Tokyo Ghoul.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on.
Because it's more about like when so spoiler alert, Tokyo Ghoul last season. So there's like literally sex scene.
Yeah. That was disappointing. It was a sex scene, but it was just pictures. It was just images. So it was like a slideshow image.
Oh,
but
that was
what
the worst
I know,
thing.
when the manga came out with that scene, there was a lot of death threats going to the author because they want to, because Kaneki loses his virginity or whatever. Titoka, and they were like so angry. People were so, I don't know. I was like, do you want the guy to be virgin to the end?
Was there a different love interest or what is it?
Really? That's the thing.
Why do people get
the little sister.
That is not a love interest. She's like 6.
But she becomes 8.
Oh, but
16,
that's more like a brotherly love thing.
Yeah.
He looked after her.
But yeah, I remember when it came out, because I've always
actually looked at the
stuff
manga.
in
It wasn't even that thingy anyway.
Yeah, I don't get it. Like when people get so much into an anime that they're like, this happens, that threat.
I mean, just anything
It's
like
like
that. Death threats is just like a dumb thing. Like, what? There's literally no. Just people being dumb.
Yeah. Except the person who wrote Fuka. Fuck you. What are you doing? Terrible romance. I'm joking.
See, we can express that idea. We can
the premiere of Fuka literally made me think of another old anime that I have no idea what's the title right now. Literally zero. Same thing, music. But the thing is, the childhood friend is like a fox. Like she plays the foxen. She plays multiple instruments.
Oh, right.
Okay.
The only thing they need is a singer. And so they found this girl that's very good at singing. Yeah. And then there's like this love interest between those two and the main guy that finds everyone.
Right.
And the premiere is literally like Fuka.
Okay.
Then you like more the other girl they found. But then he says, oh no, I want to be with the other girl. And he gets so angry, but I feel like a lot of old music show are like that, to be honest.
Oh no, I hate music anime.
Yeah,
that's another bad anime. Music anime.
There's your boy
I love them though.
But do you like it just the music or the actual anime that happens in it most of the time?
Most of the time, it's because of the music.
Exactly, that's what I mean.
Oh yeah,
it's
like a music.
It's like you like the songs, but the anime is just boring. I'm not interested.
Yeah, but because I loved Love Live once, they became also better with the comedy. So sometimes I just watch what I usually wait for is for the clip with the music.
See, that's what I mean. You don't care about the anime.
So
You just want to listen to
sometimes,
music.
But sometimes I just watch the clips of like Money Disno.
Like the 1-2 good clips that come from like the boring anime.
I mean,
but like D4DJ is a good one that I'm watching the full episodes.
You're actually watching them?
Yeah.
Okay,
but it's that kind of art style that is like in 4D.
Right, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, you mentioning there is an anime that I consider like it was pretty bad, and then the movie actually made it really good.
What is it?
Do you know Sine no Heroine or something?
Sine no Heroine.
Making a boring heroine.
Oh, Seikano.
Yeah,
Seikano.
Show me.
I went to rewatch. I watched the movie. Oh.
Dude, the movie makes
good?
it so good. Because I thought it was like such a trashy How to Raise a Boring Girlfriend. That's what it was.
See, I remember. I have something to talk about.
I
can quickly describe this for you quickly. All right.
Yeah.
Basically,
we got 2 minutes.
They make this guy wants to make like a romance otome game.
I think I've seen some trailers.
And basically, he has these 2 girls. One of them's like a manga artist. Another one's like a editor. Basically, they both can make like games.
Yeah.
And
one's like a novel.
For some reason, they have this random girl in school who's like no emotions or anything. And they have her like the MC, but I don't understand why, to be honest.
Yeah.
But that's the plot of it. But basically, it's like a hidden romance between him and these 2 main girls. And you can see the third girl too.
It's like a harem. Yeah, like
it's
she's
a weird
kind of just a throw. It's like a harem anime, and to be honest, I'll admit, I was bored. I was bored.
It gets bored, but it's nice in some parts.
The movie has like such a lovely ending.
See, I want
it
to watch
brings it back.
Yeah.
I watched it only because I heard
was
the
it
movie
that
was
bad?
good.
Because you continued
It was
watching
pretty
also
bad.
the
No, that's what I mean. I wanted to
it's-
watch the movie, so I tried rewatching this again, but I couldn't get past the first season.
Yeah,
After.
if I didn't know, because I knew I had information that the movie was good.
Yeah,
like
and I only
as well.
Okay, so
If
someone
I
told
didn't know
it.
that, I wouldn't have carried on.
Yeah.
'Cause it was like bad.
I
It
only
was
watched
bad.
this because it was during my period where I was watching a lot of anime, so like I watched this
Yeah.
regardless.
I
and it
think
was
I just
alright,
came
but-
out of that period, so I was like, I don't care.
No, that's fair. But like, it's like the only anime I can think of that like it was pretty bad, and then like
But
I
then it
see.
became better.
it kind of makes up for it.
I'm
in
gonna
the
hold you
end.
to it. I'll try and commit.
Dude,
to
the
somehow
movie's
watching
like, to be honest, the movie's like kind of boring as well. But then
it's
just
like
the end,
nice
like the conclusion.
opposite of like
conclusion is
quintuplets or something.
Yeah,
Amazing.
exactly.
I feel like the
Exactly.
quintuplets film can be
Exactly.
on my worst list.
That's same.
We didn't talk.
Yeah.
Same.
Quintuplets.
We got
We got
30
quick 30 seconds of quintuplets. Spoilers for the
movie.
movie real quick. What the fuck is wrong with you? Yotsuba! What
Why
the
How
fuck?
dare you?
Do you know what pissed me off
Why
as well?
her?
So on
Why?
TikTok, loads of people are like, oh, Yotsuba makes sense.
No!
No.
This
No
emphasizes-
sense.
Doesn't.
Literally no sense. Straight out left field. It's just
She
no.
was the worst you could have chosen. Even
Exactly.
even if you
Anyone
choose
would have been
Ichika,
better.
it would have been better.
Exactly.
Yotsuba.
See, natural agreeants. That's how bad it was.
And that's how we end it. Thank you for watching, guys. Thank you for watching the podcast.
Please
or
turn down the
listening.
beep beep.
Beep,
Oh,
beep.
sorry,
Let's,
sorry.
let's, we can exit
They can
outro,
hear the
right,
beep beep.
okay.
Oh, they can hear it. Sorry.
Yeah, that's how you know we gotta go. So,
That's true. Yeah.
make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification bell,
Whoa.
comment
Follow
down
us on
below.
follow us
Yes,
on
yes.
TikTok.
Yeah,
we have a
we got
TikTok.
TikToks are coming back up now.
Yeah.
That's
Comment
true.
down below the worst anime that you've watched, and we'll see you next time.
All right. See you guys later.
Yeah,
Bye
man.
bye. Thank you for tuning in. Woo. That was good.
That's cool.
That was a good outro.
You're making me. Oh, I think
There's
we have
quite
to
a
stop now.
few. Yeah.
You're reminding me of more animes. that
There's
I-
quite a few actually. No, it's fine. That was a
we
good
could live at
episode.
one point, yeah.
Yeah. No, for sure.